What you're about to see is not real news. It is satire based on real news. The characters you're about to see are not real-life humans. They are frighteningly realistic puppets based on real-life humans. The views expressed in the show are not necessarily those of Starsat, its sponsors, its advertisers, or the nice lady that makes the coffee.
Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. What is it, Gwede? Can't you see I'm busy?
No. Yes, but you've been playing that game since 2018, Mr. President.
What can I say? It never gets old.
I've got the weekly report, sir.
Okay, get on with it.
Unemployment is more or less gone. 99.99% of the eligible citizens now have jobs.
And what is wrong with that other 1.11%?
No, nothing wrong. They are your kids, sir.
Good. Crime?
Not percent as usual.
Okay. Why do I feel like you have left something out?
The economy, sir.
Which one is that again?
The one about the money, sir.
Oh, yes. You know, South African presidents are not supposed to understand numbers.
Well, I really didn't want to bring it up. The rand has slipped a bit. It is now only $15 to the rand from last week's 15 rand 50.
This is unacceptable. We did not fight for economic freedom so that the rand could be the dollar's tea lady.
We've got our analysts looking into it, sir. It could have something to do with you being re-elected a fourth time. The international community doesn't like that you changed the two-term policy.
The international community are counter-revolutionary with a hint of white tendency.
Yes. Sir, that whole revolution thing, don't you think it is time to let it go?
Let it go is just a silly song from the 10s, Gwede. I will never let it go. Now, go tell that lazy runt to stop being counter-revolutionary.
Yes, sir.
Let it go, 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 let it go.
Happy International Day Against Nuclear Testing.
Really? How is this relevant to us?
Oh, so you wouldn't mind if, say, China tested a nuclear bomb in your neighborhood?
Well, at least we get rid of the muggers, vagrants, and housebreakers.
It would also warm things up a bit. I'm sick of this winter.
Are we talking about nuclear annihilation or the weather, Justice? Make up your mind.
Jeez, is it that time of the month again?
It's that time of the week, Justice.
Indeed it is. Time for another edition of Puppet Nation, where you get to not only ruffle, but also lull.
WTF. SMH.
Who leaked the letter? That's the question on everyone's lips.
You're going to have to be more specific, if only for the benefit of our viewers who no longer give a damn about politics.
Well, the public protector wrote to President Zuma after he responded to her Nkandla report in Parliament. Zuma's non-response angered not only Juju and his Teletubbies, but it also pissed off Thuli Madonsela.
Okay, can you speed it up a bit?
So, Madonsela wrote a letter to Zuma basically telling him that his response was a joke. This letter somehow found its way to the media.
Wait, let me guess. The ANC says Madonsela leaked it.
And Madonsela says the ANC leaked it.
No. It was that woman who leaked it. There are no leaks in the ANC. We are a watertight organization.
Mr. Mantashe, these attacks on the office of the public protector are surely in violation of the Constitution. Her office is a Chapter 9 institution.
I never got further than Chapter 8.
I'm surprised you even got there.
Mr. Mantashe, the public protector responded on Twitter shortly after you made the allegation.
Proving my point. Look who is behind Twitter. The Americans. Put it together. Washington, Iraq, Libya, Malema, Thuli Madonsela. It is obvious.
Another tweet from Thuli. She says politicians should stop interfering in investigative processes.
What a ridiculous notion.
Cows farting in the night will not prevent little birds from singing in the morning.
See? What did I tell you? That woman has lost her marbles. Come on, tell them. You licked the letter, didn't you?
Why would I lick my own letter? The eyes of a frog cannot prevent the cat from eating from the dog's bowl.
What? Who is
Shouldn't we jump in at some point?
No, this is fun. I have an African proverb for you. Don't swallow a mango seed if your anus is too small.
EFF leader Julius Malema has avoided sequestration once again.
I do not owe anyone any money. I do not know anyone called Akha. Excuse me, I must go and lie down in my 10 million rand Camps Bay home. Bye, losers.
What the hell was that?
I can't even. Let's just move on. The man who made the red onesie famous has been given another 3 months to settle his 16 million rand tax bill.
Yeah, me and SARS, we understand each other now.
What you really mean is you understand that if you don't pay your taxes, you go to jail.
Jail does not worry me. I am used to bad people trying to shaft me. But I must keep my job as a member of parliament. I'm having too much fun in that big house.
Mr. Malema, you told journalists outside court this week that the tax affairs of most ANC MPs were not in order. Is that true?
You see, it's like this. Black people do not know this law of tax. We are new to it and we are trying to adjust and comply.
What absolute nonsense. The British introduced taxes on Zulu men in Natal as far back as 1906.
Yeah, I'm not Zulu. You must remember that there is no word in Pedi for tax.
Actually, I have a petty dictionary right here, Mr. Malema. There is a word for tax. Taxi. See?
I don't know this book. I think I saw the movie. Or was it a theater or a play or a... Yeah. I remember the poster.
President Jacob Zuma's nephew, Khulubuse Zuma, has denied blame for the collapse of Aurora's Pamdozi mines.
Zuma appeared in court this week, together with Nelson Mandela's grandson, Zondwa Mandela. Liquidators are trying to recover 1.6 billion rand after the directors allegedly ran the mines into the ground.
I ran nothing into the ground. Look at me, my brother. Do I look like a man who runs?
The liquidators say you stripped the mine of its assets and pocketed proceeds from the sale of gold. Do you deny this?
Of course I deny it, my brother.
But how can you?
Because I am a Zuma. Denial is what you do best, my brother.
You were the chairperson of Aurora.
Non-executive. That means I took the money, but not the decisions. Any looting that was done was by those others, those other people. What are they called? Zamas?
I think you mean Zumas. Moving upwind, further afield, Britain has identified a 23-year-old former rapper as the man who beheaded American journalist James Foley.
A rapper? Oh, come on, Justice. You're making this shit up.
True story. His name is Abdelmajid Abdel Bari.
That's a rubbish name for a rapper.
Apparently he was a rubbish rapper.
Yeah. I am lyricist Jin. You can call me Captain. Call me Captain Virgin, cause in the end that's what I'm getting. I love long walks on the beach, yeah? Even though I've never been to the beach, yeah? No, I've never been to the beach. Seriously, I've never ever been to the beach, ever. It's getting hot in the desert, I say. Whoever decided to make us wear black clothes all day? But I'd rather be on the beach. No, definitely, I'd rather be on the beach.
So, have you dumped a bucket of ice water over your head yet?
You mean that fundraising thing? Of course not. Why would I?
Because I nominated you. If someone nominates you and you don't do it, you have to pay a fine of $10,000 to me.
What? I don't have that kind of money.
Then let me do it. The camera's already rolling.
I can't do it. I'm scared of water.
Really? I always thought that was a myth. Okay, here's the deal. Let me put an ice block on your head. It's my best offer.
Fine, just make it quick.
We're back after the break. Nobody move.
Are you a woman between the ages of 25 and 55? Do you need a good deal? If you get beaten by your partner, we could arrest him. But then he'll get out on bail and we probably won't be able to make the charge stick anyway. Do you need a good deal for your family? We'll give you 6 months maternity leave. And then you'll probably be working so hard you'll never see your children again. Call us now for a free quote on how much less money you'll make as a female executive than a male one. Worse for women. It's not a life insurance policy, it's just your life. We'll give you what you used to. A raw deal.
I don't know about you, but that advert makes me feel a bit uneasy.
Why is that? Too much reality for you to handle?
I'm a puppet. What do I know about reality?
Typical man. Always making excuses. Women are still being oppressed and discriminated against and treated like second-class citizens because nobody seems
You're
to
looking particularly lovely today, my dear.
Really? You think so? Is it my scarf? Do you like my eyes? Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Give me a kiss.
Yeah, sure. Just let me finish the news first. The Prime Minister of Lesotho has defended his decision to issue members of the Gupta family with diplomatic passports.
Thomas Tabane said the Gupta family had agreed to market Lesotho and secure investments for the country.
Who are you?
I represent the Honorable Prime Minister of the magnificent mountain kingdom of Lesotho.
Oh, please. I've been to house parties bigger than Lesotho. Get over yourself. Why are you giving the Guptas diplomatic passports? They're not diplomats.
Really? When they landed at your Air Force base the other day, they did not tell the media that your president gave them permission. That was very diplomatic.
So number one was behind it.
In Lesotho, we don't give our politicians numbers. We give them other things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
So how much did the Guptas pay for Lesotho?
In dollars? Well, it was roughly... Hey, don't come with your trick questions here. In Lesotho, we don't have journalists who... Actually, we don't have journalists, Mona.
Dikotsi, come help me count this funny American money. Remember that stupid Leon Schuster movie, A Zulu on My Stoop?
Not really. Why?
The Guptas should bring out a movie called A Politician in My Pocket.
That's funny.
I thought so myself. Did you hear that Gwede Mantashe wants to move parliament?
Well, I agree with him. I think it should be moved to Maseru.
What do you mean?
Think about it. Now that the Guptas have bought Lesotho, it makes perfect sense to send our MPs there.
No. Parliament is already in another country. It doesn't work.
You consider Cape Town to be another country?
Yes, it's like Switzerland.
You mean because it's so clean and everything works?
No. Because it's so wide. Parliament must come back to the real South Africa, to Pretoria. Then the EFF won't get away with their nonsense. We have real police to deal with anarchists.
You think the police were slow to act against the EFF because the Western Cape is controlled by the DA?
Yes, of course.
Oh, come on, Mr. Mantashe. The police are slow to act everywhere, in every city, in every town, in every province of this country.
No. If that had happened in Pretoria, those red honorables would be licking their wounds today.
Well, at least the blood wouldn't show up on their overalls.
Justice.
What? I'm just saying. Sorry.
Welcome to another episode of Hard Shot, where I badger the witness until he begs for mercy. In the hot seat today is none other than our Supreme Leader, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Jacob Jacob Zuma.
It's pronounced Gedle Shlekisa, Debora. It means
I know what it means, he who is made of Teflon.
I don't think you
and
get
that's just one of your many faults. So how do you do it, Mr. President? How on earth do you do it?
Well, if I'm at home in Nkandla and it's, say, Tobeka's turn, then I usually do it missionary style.
Oh, for God's sake! Try to keep your mind out of your pants for 1 minute, please. I'm not talking about your sex life. I'm talking about... Actually, since you brought it up, let's talk about Nkandla.
On a point of order.
Nice try. That shit might get you off the hook in Parliament, but it ain't gonna work here. My house, my rules. Parliament? Not my circus, not my monkeys. Understand?
You can't talk to me like that. I'm the president. I'm not recognizing you.
Would you recognize me if I said... Pay back the money! 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 Pay back the f***ing money! Pay...
Poor Jacob. He's got a lot of people shouting at him right now. I'm starting to feel a bit sorry for him.
Don't you dare, Justice. Sympathy is exactly what he's looking for.
And his mshiniwam.
Are you jobless because the ANC fat cats are stealing your money?
Yeah!
Are you in the unfortunate position of not having any politically connected relatives?
Yeah! What does that stupid Zuma daughter have that I don't? Oh, yeah.
Is your business suffering because you don't have sexy BEE credentials?
Ja, f***ing bliksem. Back in the day, I could grease a few white palms, but now they're all black.
You need Tenders Are Us. At Tenders Are Us, we have all the tender experience to take you from being the unlucky many to the lucky few. But don't take it from us.
Before I started with Tenders Are Us, I was living in poverty. Now I own my own business. Before Tenders Are Us, I couldn't even get jobs. Now my little company has more jobs than we have the experience to complete properly.
Before I met the team at Tenders Are Us, I came this close to actually sharing my equity with a real black guy.
And I still don't have to do anything. But now I do nothing in style.
Tenders Are Us, your one-stop tender shop. Tenders Are Us does not guarantee you will not go to jail. Revolutionary attitude not included. Bring your own.
I was just thinking during the break.
That makes a nice change.
Oh, let me finish. I was thinking about Americans and how they can always...
You're planning on immigrating, aren't you? What, you already got a green card, huh? Did you? Take me with you, please. Don't leave me here, Justice.
Stop that. I'm not immigrating. What kind of patriot are you? I thought you loved this country.
I do love this country. It's just the people I can't stand.
Well, let me know if you still want to immigrate after watching this segment from our colleagues in Washington.
Americans everywhere have been outraged by the sight of police in Ferguson, Missouri, using Army-style weapons to face down peaceful protesters.
Very sobering stuff, Scott, which is why I've ordered my administration to review the government's policy of selling surplus military gear to police forces.
That's a good first step, but will you move to take back the assault weapons the officers already have?
What are you, nuts? A black man coming after a cop's gun? I'm not looking to get myself shot.
I see your point.
I mean, they put 6 bullets in a brother just for trying to take a pack of cigars. If I try to take their AK, they're probably going to launch a frickin' Hellfire missile. We sold them those, by the way.
In the fight against the terrorist nutbars ISIS, the United States may have to ask for help from the terrorist nutbars in the Syrian government. Joining me now is head Syrian nutbar Bashar al-Assad. Mr. Assad, how would you respond to a request from Barack Obama? Mr. Assad.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Scott.
How would you respond to a request from Barack Obama to allow military strikes?
Sorry. Please continue.
How would you respond to a request from Barack Obama to allow military strikes inside your country? Why'd you even make me finish the question?
I just wanted to see if you could say it with a straight face.
Don't you take this situation seriously, Mr. Assad?
I do. It's very grave. Which is why I have an honest and considered response to President Obama's request.
Which is? Very presidential.
I'll even put it in writing.
An unprecedented moment in North Korean history occurred last week when the country's official news media quoted Kim Jung Un making a joke at his own expense. Has the brutal dictator turned over a new leaf?
Okay, here's one we can all relate to. Why did the North Korean cross the militarized zone? To keep from starving to death.
We're so hungry.
It's funny because it's true.
You have one new message.
Hiya, Barry. Former President George W. Bush here. How was your vacation? I hope it was one giant turd. Tough to enjoy gelato and boogie boarding when our boys are killing people in Iraq, huh? Actually, it never bothered me, but you seem kind of like a pussy. Anyway, I'm glad that my spreading freedom to the Middle East is screwing over your free time. Don't make plans for Christmas. Later.
Motherfucker.
That chick from the DA wants the minister to fire me. Can you believe that? Don't worry, my dear. They are always big talk, no bite. But you need to up your game so that they know you will not just lie down and think of England. Why would I do that? It's just a saying. Sayings are very important, maybe the most important part of your job. I know about sayings. I have said many sayings. There is a difference between a thing you said and a saying. Do you think I'm stupid? Okay, tell me your sayings. There was this one. Colleagues, what we have before us is a piano. It's got various black and white keys. If we play it, if you play the piano, it's got beautiful melody. It's our diversity. Hey, why aren't you listening to my saying? It's too long. You need something short and snappy that gets people's attention. Okay, what about this one? I've never been a police officer, but I want to say that you don't need to be a drunkard to own a bottle store. Still too long. If you don't hunt in a pack, you can't even put down a limping bull. Shorter. No doctor can doctor herself. Nice, short, sweet. But it doesn't mean anything. Oh yeah? You think you are so great. What are your sayings? Stomach in, chest out. That was great. And my best one, shoot to kill. Yeah, sure. Look where that led us. Marikana. Sorry, wasn't me. That's it. I don't know. I can't remember. Wasn't me. Brilliant. Not bad. That should get you a nice deputy ministry, rural sanitation, or veterans with disabilities. If you are lucky.
Listen, about that loan.
What loan?
I'm warning you, pay back the money.
Oh, I don't know what you're... I'm leaving.
Honorable Malala, please take your seat.
But I don't understand what...
Honorable Malala, please take your seat.
But if you just...
Honorable Malala, I will throw you out of the studio if you do not listen.
But...
Honorable Malala, I will get security to remove you if you're not serious. Pay back the money.
But I never...
Honorable Malala, leave the studio!
But you just told me to take my seat.
Talk to the hand, I don't recognize you.
What? It's me, Justice Malala.
I do not recognize you. I'm adjourning the program. Go! Go!
Jeez, what kind of democracy is this?
Go! And that, folks, is how you deal with troublemakers. Parliament doesn't need a speaker, it needs a shouter. See you next week.